And while with the deal, it's your boy GeeQue in the building, telling all y'all ladies to come freak with the fellas. All y'all, not just one, all y'all. To my left, man, globe. I can honestly say I'm a fan of this dude.
Appreciate it, homie.
My homie Joe. How you feel, man?
It's all good, man. Nice to be here, bro.
First time meeting you, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, as always, you a busy dude.
Yep.
Got a lot of things popping off. But being that I've never met you before, I don't even know how you even got into music. So break down that story.
Well, my whole thing was came up from Georgia back in 91. Got my little gig playing at a church, playing guitar, working at a record store. Met some producers who was in the game already, kind of connected with them. Became a part of the Camp 3 Boys from Newark. And started writing and producing behind the scene, and ended up with my first publishing deal in 1992. I was about 19 years old.
Now, when did you actually put out your first music?
My first album dropped 1993. It was called Everything. It was on Mercury Records. It was a different label.
Now, the first song I ever heard from you was All the Things. Now, that takes me back, man.
That's official.
That's a classic. So, being that you've had so many years in this industry,
right?
How have you changed? Not really as an artist, but as a man through that process.
You know what, man? Starting out so young in the game, man, and obviously, you know, each young artist that comes in is going to have to learn certain things, how to just be patient, how to be assertive. And it's a time for everything. You got to have time, and we got to use time to our advantage. So when it's time to get sleep, we got to get sleep when it's the right time instead of hanging out and partying. Got to get it to do a morning show. So I mean, all those things is kind of like, you know, matured. You know what I mean? Like, all right, I got this. Is sort of like a job in a sense, where you know you got a schedule to meet. And when you got a job, you know, if you don't meet that schedule, you're gonna get fired. So, and it's pretty much almost the same thing. You know, your records won't get played, or you won't do this, or you won't elevate. Right. So that's kind of you know the learning process I went through, starting out young and now getting to this stage that now I'm an executive. I got all, you know, different companies going. So it teaches you to just grow up a little bit more.
All right, that's what's up.
And then selling records gives you the space and opportunity, you know, to take on other things. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm doing now.
That's good that you're taking advantage of those opportunities too.
You must.
Right. Now we talked about the past. Let's talk about the present right now. Yeah. This is album number what?
Album number 6. Album number 6, which is, oh man, I've heard before. Not a lot of people can say that.
Right.
Fortunate for me, you know, I'm still here. I came in when at the tail end of New Jack Swing, when that was going out. Remained consistent throughout hip-hop's, you know, reign of terror. I mean, they just killed it in the past 10, 15 years, and now you got a new breed of music coming through with now a lot more younger, let's say R&B male vocalists coming in, as opposed when I first came out, it was only like a handful of them. So I mean, things have changed a lot, you know, but I'm gonna remain consistent in my vehicle. You know what I'm saying? I'm riding a 1964 Phantom.
Uh-oh.
You know, that's what I am. I mean, one of those classic joints. So I'm gonna always stay in my lane, you know, because it's very few 1964 Phantoms out there.
And not only the consistency.
In mint condition.
In mint condition. Pop the collar real quick on that.
You already know.
Now, I mean, you're talking about the consistency, but also, homie, I gotta give you props on the longevity, because as you mentioned, not a lot of artists, I seen them come and go. Yeah. Just me interviewing them. Right. So I know you being in the industry, you've seen that more
yeah,
so.
Man. You know, another thing too, just being humble, man. You know, you don't take this thing and run with it like, okay, you're the only one who's gonna be carrying the ball. You know, it's other people that's gonna have the opportunity. So sometimes you need to move to the side, or not even move to the side. Just make sure you carve your lane out well enough where when there's another artist that do come in, they won't be able to just drive in the same path that you're on, because it's just not gonna happen.
Got you. You know now let's talk about this album that you're dropping. 6th album. What's the title?
The 6th album is called Ain't Nothing Like Me. It's dropping April 24th. So, you know, we got a huge promotional thing going on right now, man. And right after the album drops, you know, I'm going on tour with Brian McKnight April 27th. That starts. So we'll be out just straight killing it, man. You know, I'm gonna be smashing the show. So you already know what's going down.
The ladies are gonna love that.
I'm not even having it on this tour, man. I'm using this as my stepping stone. You know what I'm saying? As far as all these artists out here to show them what entertainment is all about, man. You know, I learned from the greatest. Marvin, Sammy Davis Jr., Michael Jackson. You know, I mean, just the list just goes on and on. Legends. Curtis Mayfield. We can get to musician sides, and we can get to whatever. You know what I mean? It's a beautiful thing.
Now, one thing I noticed about your career is that, I mean, there's no question the ladies love you, But you've been able to ride that lane where the fellas get down to your music too, and that's hard, man. As a solo male R&B singer to do. Right. So how do you think you've been able to master that?
I think it boils down to respect. One man is going to be able to recognize another man. So especially the hustle. I've been hustling out here in this game for a long time, and they understand how hard this hustle is in the music industry to be consistent and to just get put on first and foremost. So I think it's the respect at the end of the day that the streets, the men out here, they look at what I talk about. All my things is always catered towards women, and we love the hell out of some women. So I mean, when I'm writing songs and I'm directing it in that path, they just riding with me on it.
That's respect.
They ride with me.
Real recognize real.
Real recognize real.
Now, before we get out of here, because this is my first time interviewing you, and you're talking about the streets showing you love. One of my all-time favorite songs, and I listen to a lot of music, is the joint you did with Big Pun. Still not a player, man. I'm half Boricua, so I'm already. I was down from the start.
That's what it is.
But that's such a beautiful song, man. And unfortunately, we lost Pun a few years ago.
Right, God bless you, Dad.
Yeah, break down that experience working with Pun.
Oh man, tremendous, tremendous. I mean, to be a part of history making. First Latino artist to go platinum. In rap. So I mean, it's just a whole, and it was an incredible movement, man. I mean, just the timing I think was impeccable too. He had an untimely death. But I mean, I think the legacy that he left behind is still going to be remembered and imitated, throughout the generations to come. So, Pun definitely left a huge legacy behind. Connecting with the R&B, with different genres of music, for one. So, he did everything he needed to do.
He's still alive here in spirit.
Definitely
rest in peace, Big Pun, man.
Real talk.
All right. Well, Joe, man, been my pleasure, man. You're a cool ass dude.
It's all good,
Whenever
man.
you want to sit, you can do this all day, man.
It's all good.
My co-host.
We do it again. We do that
Telling
again.
all the ladies to come freak with the fellas.
All day, come freak with the fellas, ladies. You already know what it is. Your boy Joe right here.